In 3 minutes and 33 seconds, I'm gonna show you my color coding system, how I put together my sermon notes each and every week. Not sponsored. Can we actually create a movement where store clerks don't grab it from the top? Why do we? I don't even want to drink this now because they grab it from the 3:33, start on the clock right now. I will say I use my iPad each and every week. I don't print out the papers. I feel like a dog can chew the paperwork just as much as you can lose battery. I email it to my associate pastor, so I have a backup. That's all very important. I use my iPad because it's so much better than flipping actual pages. And I like to preach not extemporaneously. I can't do it all in just one page. At least I've never tried before. But I also don't like doing manuscript where I'm just stuck reading the whole time. But my sermons are typically 6 pages long, and I like having a good amount of notes in case I get sidetracked, which I don't do as much anymore these days because I'm so used to preaching this way. I export from a Word document to PDF. From the PDF, I put to iBooks. I used to preach like on pages, but I accidentally would delete things at times, so I use a PDF, so it is done. If I ever need to make a day of edit, I can just use my Apple Pen, cross something out, add something. I rarely do that though. It is what it is. Let's move forward. How's the time? Let's look at my actual sermon notes. I always start out by doing series, title, text, time and place, and synopsis. This isn't for anybody else to read out loud. It's just for me so I can look back at it in years to come. This is actually my message I used from the Rearrange video. Check right here if you want to watch it. I use a few colors consistently, and it's hilarious because I used it wrong already on this page. Blue is everything in quotes. So I'm quoting scripture or just quoting an author. It's typically in blue. I messed up and put this in red. I don't know why I did the David Brooks line that way. It should be blue. We all make mistakes. Purple are typically, for me, there are stories. It's something that I can launch off of, so I don't have to read it word for word. It's just an idea. I know what it's all about, so I'm gonna talk about it at length. Purple to me is like really important. To me, it's an illustration. It helps connect the dots for people. Yellow is everything that is on the screen. And so I usually slow down, say those word for word exactly, and make sure they're on the screen so people can ride along. Light blue highlights with bold is an important line, but it's still so similar to the yellow one that I don't put it on the screen, but it's important to say. The other reason I use light blue with bold is actually to read a passage. So for there, I don't write out the verses. I go to my actual Bible and begin to read those verses out loud. Red's very important. These are transitions. So I think a good sermon to a great sermon often is by transitions. One of the worst transitions to use, and I used to use it all the time and just used it a few weeks ago. Oh my gosh, we're out of time. I need to hurry. Next point. Terrible. Another huge part. How am I on time? You need to footnote your quotes, not just the author, not just the book, but also the page number. You know why? You might write a book one day like I did, The Non-Anxious Pastor, and I had to go back to so many books because I loved all these quotes that I had saved on my database, but never put the page number down. I typically do about 6 to 8 pages. The other thing I think is helpful is each page in my mind equals like a whole idea. It actually helps me keep accountable by not being too long-winded on a certain topic or a certain idea. Towards the end of my notes, I still put a lot of bullet points, but I give myself permission day of to not read each line. Now, hopefully it's so embedded in me. In the beginning, I can be closer to my notes. I think that's okay. I think we have permission from the audience to do that. But as you go along, you should free yourself from these notes and begin to just preach to them heart to heart. And that makes for a really good message. Let me know what your note-taking system is, what your color code is down below in the comments. I'll see you later. Did I do good on time? Thank you for watching today's video. This is the video I think you should watch. This is the video YouTube says you should watch. Have you ever seen Tim Keller's sermon notes? Insert image here. Yeah, that's not what I do.